Hi, my name is Renee Babawi. I am 39 years old. I have two kids, teenage kids, and I have been diagnosed with schizoaffective, which is schizophrenia with a mood disorder. And I just want to let you all know a little bit about my experience with schizoaffective. Um, I have to be completely honest, the voices sound legitimately like terrorists that hacked into my head. Now, I know it doesn't make sense because why would anybody talk or make it obvious that first of all, why would I be relevant? There are other questions like, well, if they can hack your head, why even make it obvious? Why not just control you using it or manipulate your thoughts? Um, and so on and so forth. So I want to address some of the questions I actually also had, considering they sound so real. I know this might sound like a conspiracy, but I feel like there are several government entities that also utilize this, seems like a telepathy weapon. In which case we're all basically serial coded with our social security numbers and our and whatever other numbers they assign us with, but specifically our social security numbers essentially assign us a I guess a channel, in which case the computer systems can basically contact you as though send a signal to your brain as if you're a live mobile, live, like a cell phone, like you're actually a cell phone receiving a call. And as we all know, if one line is called, that does not mean that all lines are being called, just that particular line. And so us as human beings, we're one big algorithm. We're very unique to our own in relation to others. So there is absolutely a way to identify, to assign, and to track and trace, and in this case, communicate with humans using telepathy weapons from a computer as like a cell tower. So that's what it sounds like. And that's the conclusion that I've come to. If in fact I'm right, then I've addressed it publicly. If I am not right, then at least I'm seeing a therapist, because I know I need one regardless. This is extremely depressing. I am dizzy all day. The voices are saying that they are committing genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, human trafficking, money laundering, acts of terrorism, and basically trying to frame me and to defame me, and that they can cause me heart attacks with just a click of a button. They can make my body swell. They can control my eyes so that I am cross-eyed at times. They can use it to and to basically, I mean, I can smell things that aren't there. My arm can move even though I didn't move it, to control my body movements. And all I keep hearing in my head is how they're going to control me, or they're going to keep torturing me, basically, by by making me feel sick, nauseous, irritating the lining of my stomach and my sinuses, and uh, uh, and to block certain channels or synapses from firing in my mind or in my brain, to slow me down, as you can see, and to distort my thinking, make my speech unorganized and everywhere, and basically to emotionally, physically, financially, and spiritually torture me, and to get me to change my views, my values, my wants, my needs, and basically boil it down to all I'm really looking for is crack cocaine or marijuana, which is also a federal offense. And to say I was negligent by coupling it up with cigarettes to fill my lungs, and to say, oh, in fact, it does cause lung cancer or whatever it may cause. And therefore, I was negligent. I was committing a crime that is a federal violation, and basically murdering me, essentially, like, or cutting off years of my life, because they haven't dropped me yet. But to attack me with this war weapon that makes me sick, and it causes my body to send out the cells or whatever it is that get your immune system started and fired up to fight off whatever toxins or toxins and everything that's affected in your stomach that your body is trying to break down as it is, but now is like free floating in your system. So just putting your body in overdrive, they're torturing me. Literally, I feel tortured. I'm sick every day. My head feels off. Someone's jerking my head around, like literally pulling me around, and I'm wobbling when I walk. I am, I stumble. I drop things. I don't know how. I can't keep. What am I trying to say? I have a hard time just balancing. Keeping balance and focus. Even while I'm driving, I feel dizzy the whole time. And then what feels like them taking control of my vehicle and laughing. So when I pull my foot off the brake, the car will continue to go, will continue to stay at the same speed at which it was going with, and it doesn't de-escalate. I mean, it doesn't go down. It continues to go, and I have to actually slam on the brakes, even though I lift my foot maybe, I don't know how, 3 or 4 cars away from a stoplight, or more. And so it's just, I'm just baffled by the fact that I'm struggling so much to get this disorder or condition looked at. I really want a more thorough assessment or analysis of what's going on in my head. There are MRIs that can read thoughts in real time. So I just want people to read what's been on my mind. I mean, but then I guess essentially that doesn't, well, I mean, I don't know, because they're voices, so it might just come out as text, so it doesn't completely allow people to understand what you're hearing exactly. Um, so it might disguise itself as a way of uh, disguise itself as if it's my voice, when my voice is completely silent. My inner voice is completely silent. Um, and the voices I'm hearing are out loud. They're no one in my surroundings. They're no one I know. So it's not subconscious, and nothing I've heard on TV, no one's voice and I'm pretty consistent with who I hear. So with that said, yeah, I want to explain my experience with it, what's going on with it, and I'm going to continue to explain all the every day my experience, what I'm going through. So I might seem like I'm not looking forward to the day, but I do look forward to it. But then all of a sudden, the voices will say, "Oh, haha, you're gonna swell," or they'll use certain pitches or tones or speeds in their language that indicate this is what's happening to me. You're gonna swell. You're gonna have a dizzy spell. You're gonna have a blockage or what have you. So one voice might interrupt the other while they're blocking processes. It's the list of things that they do is ongoing, and it's sickening. It's actually sickening, most literally. So if they're slowing down my processes, they might talk like this the whole time, that's their way of saying, hey, we've slowed you down. Other ways would be to talk really fast so I look like I'm having a manic phase, and or a manic attack. So yeah, it's very interesting as to what's going on here. I genuinely don't know what to believe, but I am crossing my T's and dotting all my I's, making sure that I'm on my P's and Q's, and that there is absolutely no argument in regards to my character. So that if in fact someone is making claims against me to utilize these weapons, and no one, I owe nobody any, like I owe nothing to anyone. So I have no unfinished business. It's just the weirdest thing. The obsession, and I just keep thinking, well, if these are terrorists, then they must be dirty. And it's not necessarily about me, but they've used me and made claims about me so that they can utilize this type of a technology. And to say they speak Arabic fluently. They keep saying they're going to teach me Egyptian style. They're using religion as a scapegoat when they're clearly atheist. I know atheism is its own belief, but I'm saying they don't believe in any of the religions that they're claiming they are. If anything, they're trafficking and instigating arguments between two different human beings of different faiths that would ultimately regular, something that is natural to them, to respect each other and respect each other's faiths and work together cordially and happily. So that's another thing, is there's religion that they're using as a claim. Also that maybe because we share the same, we're from the same country, possibly, that they're saying that they have permitted some rights to doing this, and it doesn't violate their national security as or anyone else's, since we're from the same country. And if there is some type of a dual citizenship, which now I find hilarious because I just got my citizenship in Egypt, and now I'm wondering if I should have. I guess I can denounce it. But anyways, nonetheless, that's going off into something else. I don't know, there are pros and cons to everything. Just which outweighs the other. Basically to say, oh, they're making claims and they're responsible for the persecution of our faith in this country, and we want to make sure they're not defaming us in the public's eye. So, yeah, that is the premise of, and maybe not in its entirety, but it's close to what I experience on a daily basis. So I just want to share that, hey, I'm crying out for help. I need assistance in every way possible. Financial support. I need medical support. I need housing. I mean, my kids and I are suffering. And I don't know how to, at this point, help myself if some synapses aren't firing off the way they should. And I have an EEG to prove that that is the case. I have abnormal activity according to my neurologist. So yeah, that's that. Anyways, I want to wrap this up and just say thank you for listening. And hopefully you'll tune in again to hear more about what's going on with me, and possibly, if look into it and see how we can gather resources for my community. All right. Thank you so much.